Oladipo has stitches on his tongue. I'm sitting here watching his Thunder game. Robertson. Oh my God, he earballed that. Of course, Russ would shoot that. Thunder down by 11. I'm watching the Thunder and Clippers game, second quarter. Rivers tray ball, knocked it down. Um, Earl Thomas. I'm a fan of Earl Thomas, despite being a Rams fan and having to go against Seattle twice a year. A lot of players on Seattle I love. I'm a Patriots hater. I hate anything Boston, despite the Gillette Stadium is like closer to Rhode Island than it is Boston. But whatever, it's in Mass, and I hate Boston Celtics. I hate the damn Red Sox, of course. But even going back to their very first Super Bowl win against my Rams, that's when it really started for me to hate the Patriots. But I got to give credit when credit is due. Tom Brady's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. Now, Saturday, while I think this was going on, I think this tweet was sent out by Earl Thomas. He got his Twitter fingers going on. 36-20, they got smoked by Atlanta. And Earl goes on Twitter, and he says something. If I can bring it, I just had it up on my phone. I'm never prepared when I do these things. Earl Thomas goes on Twitter and says, Tom Brady has the easiest route. Put his ass in our division and see what he does. Hashtag salty. That's from Earl Thomas, his Twitter account. And the tweet is not deleted. So I can respect it when you don't delete a tweet. And what he says is it's honest. It's truth to it. Whether they would dominate in the NFC West, I don't know, but it would be a lot difficult for the Patriots, because that's one of my arguments that I've always brought up when we talk about this Patriots dominance. They play in the AFC East, and I can't really think about any team that has been any competition for the Patriots since Tom Brady has started being the quarterback over there in New England. I honestly can't think. Even when you just think, when you think about good quarterbacks that Brady had to go against, or the Patriots had to go against in their own division twice a year, you got Buffalo, the Jets, and Miami. I mean, when Drew Bledsoe left the Patriots and he had that amazing first half of the season, what was that, 2002? I mean, you had Dante Culpepper, who never really turned out in Miami. Chad Pennington was a good quarterback. Many injuries for him. That's what really he was hurting his throwing arm, throwing shoulder. Brett Favre was there for a year. The Jets team that went to 2 AFC championships, that was like the only honest competition for the Patriots. I can't think about any. Chad Pennington. Let me see. What was Chad Pennington? I mean, let me see. Because Brett Favre was over there. Okay, what's this? Brett was over there, and Brett was playing for the Jets in 2008. He was 22 for 22 picks, 22 touchdowns, 22 picks, 3,400 yards. They were 9-7, third in the AFC East. 2008, was that the year that Brady got hurt? That was the year that Brady got hurt, right? Because 07 was the championship, the 16-0 season. 2008, 11-5. Yeah, that was 11-5. Tom Brady season opener. Yep, he was injured. 2000, the NFL MVP in 2007. Yep, he was injured in 2008. Brett was over there in 2008. That is when where's his name at? Castle. There we go. Took over, and they went 11-5. That year, the Dolphins won that division because they didn't make the playoffs, right? I didn't think the Patriots didn't make the playoffs that year, and the Dolphins went 11-5. They won the division, and Chad Pennington was quarterback. Yeah, Chad Pennington was quarterback. The year they got Jake Long. Wait, John Beck was quarterback? Who was quarterback that year? John Beck was quarterback. So what happened to 2008? 2008, he played. Wait a minute, hold on. Chad Pennington, because I could have sworn he played in 2008. In 2008, upon his release with the Jets, it was reported that 6 teams were in. However, only the Minnesota Vikings and Dolphins were considered. On the 8th, Pennington signed a 2-year with Miami. Okay. He started all 16 games for the Dolphins and led them to 11-5 and the 3rd seed in the playoffs. Yes, in 2008. I don't know what this is showing me. Yeah, and so he did play. That's the training camp roster. Okay, so he wasn't on the training camp roster. The final preseason roster, he's right there. So yeah, so that's the season. Wasn't that the season they broke out like the Wildcat with Ronnie Brown? I think that was the season they broke out the Wildcat with Ronnie Brown. And that's the last time someone won the division when Tom Brady was hurt. And you had a 16-0 team that lost Tom Brady, the season's MVP from the year before, and they lost 5 games after going undefeated. So I honestly, any division you look at, you look at the NFC East. It's so many times in NFC East where it comes down to the last game of the season in many years to determine who was going to be the division winner. You go to the NFC North, we had Packers, we've had the Vikings won a couple years. Detroit is in there. I think Detroit won this year. Who's the team that I'm forgetting up there? Who am I forgetting? Oh, Chicago. Chicago has been to the Super Bowl since Brady has been a quarterback. Vikings, we had Brett. Packers won a Super Bowl. Lions won a division this year. You go to the NFC South, the Saints won a Super Bowl. The Panthers were just in the Super Bowl. The Panthers were in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. The Bucks won a Super Bowl. You go to the NFC West. I'm doing this all thinking about during the time that Brady took over for Bledsoe. You had the NFC West. Seattle has been to 3 Super Bowls since Brady has been a quarterback in the league. They won one of them. The 49ers have been to a Super Bowl. The Rams have been to the Super Bowl. They lost to the Patriots. That's when it all started. Who else is Arizona? Arizona has been to 1 Super Bowl. You go in the AFC North. Even in the AFC North, you have so many times that the Steelers and Ravens going back and forth. The Steelers and the Ravens have won Super Bowls since Brady has been quarterback. The Bengals have been to many playoff appearances, one and dones. You go to the AFC South. Who is in the AFC South now? You got the Jags, Colts. Okay, Jags, Colts. Jags, Colts, Titans, and Texans. Colts with Peyton Manning for so many years. Before, even at that time, you had Steve McNair, who was the MVP in the Titans. They went to a Super Bowl. The Jags, not so much. You go to the AFC West. You had the Raiders, been to a Super Bowl. The Chargers, they had some really good teams. I think they went to an AFC championship. It's so many, Broncos winning a Super Bowl. So it's, all of those things I'm saying, and then you go down to, okay, who Brady plays, those 3 teams that Brady plays 6 times a year, and you go and say, well, they lost the division one time. That's when Brady was out. And they went 11-5. The division winner went 11-5. And since then is really, you got to be who's in your division. But they honestly don't play another good quarterback. Tannehill finally had a good season. Dolphins made it to the playoffs. But other than that, in the Jets' 2-year run, the Patriots haven't really felt any type of competition at all. So I honestly can understand what Earl Thomas was saying, and I've been saying it for years. It's just you got to beat who's in your division. You can't control the competition. But when you look at their competition, they don't play. The other organizations haven't been putting out the best rosters to compete against the Patriots. That's the plain and simple of it. This video went way longer than what I wanted to go, but that's like all my videos. What are they down now? They down 18. Thunder down by 18. It look like Rivers and Westbrook is getting into something. Guys, like this video, share this video. Get in the comment section and let me know your thoughts about the Patriots in their division, the AFC East. Whatever it is, guys, if you're new here, check the playlist for other sports content and movie reviews. And until the next video, I'm out.